Would you like to know who the keynote speaker is?
I would. Yes, I would.
But he's a celebrity DJ, event host, keynote speaker. Here we are, welcome along to another edition of the Groove Junction. My name's DJ Matty F, and as always, I am joined by the main man himself, Mr. DJ Jon Colley.
Hey, how you doing, pal?
I'm all right.
That's an impressive backdrop you've got there.
Yeah, Hemel Hempstead. This is this is Hemel Hempstead. No, I'm on holiday again.
Love
yeah,
that. Looks
all
nice.
Right. Yeah, it's okay. It ain't too shabby. And as you can see, I've got a mini golf course on the roof of the villa. As you
mate,
do.
Get you. Like a bit of golf, don't you, mate?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
Good
but
stuff.
anyway, here we are. Another episode 48 of the Groove Junction. Getting very, very close to the big 1 year anniversary, and we might have some surprises for people coming up in relation to that. But yes, here we are for another edition of the Groove Junction. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining as always. We love to know that you're out there. So go and subscribe, hit the like buttons, make a comment even if you want to. That'd be nice as well. But yeah, here we are. And as always, we're going to get straight into it. And it is the Rundown, sponsored by Pro Mobile Magazine.
The Groove Junction Rundown is sponsored by Pro Mobile Magazine. The magazine that's got it all. It's a game changer. They don't just do surface-level reviews, they dive deep with real practical insights. And the interviews? They feature some heavy hitters sharing seriously valuable advice. But it's not just about DJ gear. They cover everything. Marketing techniques, and even the latest tech trends like AI, which is super relevant right now. Honestly, if you're serious about your DJ career, you need to check them out. And here's the best part, we've got an exclusive deal just for the Groove Junction listeners. You can subscribe right now by searching Pro Mobile Magazine and hitting the subscribe button. Just use our special code, GroovePMSUB, for a 25% discount on your first year's subscription, which is 6 magazines delivered to your door. That's Pro Mobile Magazine. Don't miss out.
Thank you, Pro Mobile Magazine, for sponsoring the Rundown. Jon.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
So, yeah, it's busy. Yeah, so Thursday I did my annual Levers Ball, and I had some help with me in the way of you. You come up and help me, and you run all my lighting for me, which I have to say was quite spectacular, I must admit. Did look really, really nice.
Well, I ain't going to say it. It did look good. It did look good. I ain't going to lie.
We was allowed a little bit of haze. They had dodgems there, didn't they? They had dodgems there and that. Yeah, that was really good. Really enjoyed that. They've already booked up for next year as well, which is a plus. Friday, I did an outdoor inflatable day for one of the schools that I do. So all I had to do was just play music and make a few announcements. But I got free coffee, free burger, free hot dog, free donuts, and free candy floss. All the good stuff.
All the healthy
healthy stuff, yes. Yeah, I mean, the candy floss was fat-free. Yeah, I got the fat for free. Yeah, I didn't have to pay for that. That was all free. And then Saturday, I had 2 events on Saturday. I had a 10-year-old birthday party over in Harlow, which was went really well. And then in the evening, it was a Year 6 Levers Do, which was good, but there really was no need for me to be there. The weather was so nice, I was outside the whole time. In actual fact, the last half an hour, the adults come up and say, look, can you play some garage? And I'm like, yeah, why not? There's no one in here. And yeah, and that was it. And then Sunday was just chill out.
Nice.
I would say, what have you been up to? But I can pretty much see what you've been up to.
No, I had a 14th birthday party on Saturday night, which was good. Yeah, that was a good little gig, and I've gained some an additional booking from her mum. In fact, she called me today whilst I'm out here in Croatia. She goes, "Oh, kids haven't stopped talking about you, so we want to book you for September." I'm like, "Of course."
Absolutely.
Yeah, if the kids want you, price goes up. But yeah, no, but no, it was good. It was a nice little 14th birthday party. Something nice and small and easy before here I am on holiday, and I haven't got anything this weekend. But that's the end of the show talk. But we'll get to that in a minute, no doubt.
Love it.
Well, I say in a minute. The podcast ain't going to be that short. It is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, because I've got things to do out here.
I don't blame you,
but
mate. I don't blame you.
Yeah. So that's the rundown.
Well, thank you very much, Pro Mobile Magazine.
Yeah, thanks, Pro Mobile, for sponsoring the rundown. So, I have it on the good authority. If you're not a subscriber to Pro Mobile Magazine, and by now you should be, considering they sponsor our rundown, and you get a nice little discount code, which you've just heard in the voiceover clip. But next week, the new edition of the Pro Mobile Magazine comes out. So the July and August edition lands next week. And I've got a nice little electronic copy in my hands, which I've been having a little look over whilst out here sitting by the pool.
As you do.
Sitting by the pool. So this edition's giveaway in the competition is to win an Algum Lighting Florida Bar 2.
Sounds impressive.
Yeah. So it's like not wanting to stand on the back of gig bars or names, but it is very, very similar to a gig bar. It's just an Algum Lighting Florida Bar 2 worth £299. So that is this week's giveaway. What else have we got in this edition? So in this edition, the profile is of Lawrence Lonsdale up in the northwest.
Yeah, we like Lawrence.
Lawrence, good lad, up in Bolton. So he's the profile this week. You got the Gear Junkies featured, which is Matt Kavanagh from Galway in Ireland. What else we got on there? There's loads of good stuff about actually how to use your microphone and using your microphone well. So there's a really good section in there about microphone techniques. What else have we got in there? Just going through this. From lawn moves to dance floor grooves. There's a very nice little article which I read earlier by TJ Hayter, i.e. Diary of a DJ.
Yeah.
Funky T. He's done a little piece for the magazine as well this month or this edition. Loads of good stuff. Loads of good reviews as well. LD Systems reviewing. They've got an AKG review, JBL Eon 1 and the Mark II Eon 1 Compact as well. That's on review. Chauvet DJ Codot, I think they're called. Review on those. Equinox Helix. The Evo XP, that's on review as well. So yeah, there's loads of good stuff in here on this bumper pack. So if you haven't subscribed to the Pro Mobile Magazine, please go and do so. And the promo code is on the screen now, which you can see, which then moves me swimmingly along to the Pro Mobile conference, which we were lucky enough to announce on the podcast a few weeks back. So there is some tickets still available for the Pro Mobile conference next March up in Solihull. This is going to be an absolute bumper packed conference One not to be missed, and they are making an announcement in relation to a keynote speaker.
Ooh.
Would you like to know who the keynote speaker is?
I would. Yes, I would.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll
Go
get there. So one of the keynote speakers is typically my phone is locked with the information on it in front of me right at this moment. So the keynote speaker is Chris Washburn. Chris Washburn. He is a American DJ. I think he's originally, or his family background is from South Korea, but he's a celebrity DJ, event host, keynote speaker, poker player, media talent, wedding DJ, industry leader, nightclub and restaurant owner. And I'm reading that all from his bio on Instagram.
He's got his fingers in a lot of pies, hasn't
he? This man looks busy as hell.
Yeah. Sounds busy.
But yeah, he's keynote speaker for the Pro Mobile conference up in Solihull next March. Once again, go and check the description of the podcast and you'll be able to get all the information about the conference right there via their website. In fact, I've put the website on the screen now in front of us as well. What are you looking for the most? What are you looking forward to the most in relation to the conference?
See, every conference I've been to, I've always managed to I've always pulled something away from it that I've implemented into like my own business. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a couple of little golden nuggets in there that I'm going to be able to pull away this time. And I do look forward to that because you don't know what it is that you're going to pull away until you hear it.
Okay.
See, so I'm looking forward to that side of it, and the networking side of it. Obviously, meeting up with all the other DJs from across the country. That's always a good thing.
Networking is definitely a key part of that as well.
100%. Yeah. What about yourself? Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to?
I'm going into it in a different mindset than I have done before. I last time it was trying to suck up as much information as I can. The first year I did the retreat. The last retreat that I went to, that was very much more social side and the networking side, for sure. I think for the conference, I think I've not been to the conference previously, so I've not experienced the conference. However, in fact, let me just pull this back up. Because it just flashed up in front of me in the Pro Mobile magazine. There is a quote, and I'm going to read the quote. It's from a gentleman who reads, "Attending the Pro Mobile conference was hands down the best thing I have ever done. The weekend was packed with inspiring keynote speakers and practical seminars that provided valuable insights and resources I could immediately apply to help grow my business." Who do you think said that?
No idea.
Somebody called Jon Colley.
Oh, yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Just show the screen there. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You know what? I wrote that. I did write that quite a while ago, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is true. You can take stuff from the retreats and the conferences, and you can implement them into your business. And it's a win-win. I mean, even if you just pull out one thing, if it helps your business, it's going to help you. Definitely worth it. Definitely. 100%.
Yeah, so for me, I'm definitely going to get majorly into the keynote speakers next time round, or the speeches next time round, and really focus in on it. The first time round I was like, oh, this is amazing, and don't feel like I really absorbed a lot of the good stuff that was said. So I think this time round it will that's definitely high on my agenda.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I've bought my ticket. I'm ready to go.
That's good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Great. See you there.
See you there.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. That doesn't sound good, does it?
Well,
Fingers crossed.
you don't know what's going to happen between now and then. But yes, the plan is to be there. The plan is definitely to be there. So yeah, that's a whole lot of Pro Mobile stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've dug a lot out. So yeah, once again, if you need to subscribe to the Pro Mobile magazine, do so. It's been on the screen. It's in the bio descriptions, and you get your 20% off as well with the discount code to go and do that. And also, there is still a few spaces left for the Pro Mobile conference, which is in March 2026 up in the Midlands, up in Solihull. One not to be missed. From what I'm hearing from the organisers at Pro Mobile, it's going to be massive.
Love that.
Massive.
I really enjoyed my first conference there. Really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Right, should we have a break?
Let's do that. I'll see you after the break.
See you after break then. So, John, if you remember rightly, last week when we were talking, we came up with a new feature.
Did.
And I was going to get a jingle made. And that jingle is on the back burner to get made. It's just that I'm on holiday in Croatia and I can't make it here because I ain't got all the right equipment. But yes, we've got a new feature called DJ Dilemma. I don't know if it's DJ's Dilemma or DJ Dilemma. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. DJ's is plural, isn't it? So it's more than one, and there is more than one DJ.
Yeah. So the DJ's Dilemma?
The DJ's Dilemma.
This is probably a conversation off the podcast. Really,
okay, I think we could talk about that later when you get back from Croatia, because there is a bit of a delay in our conversation.
Well, hopefully that doesn't come into the edit. But yes, let's talk about that later down the line. I think the one thing that we're going to do with this, and last week when we put it on the podcast, we want people to get in contact with us. You please get in contact with us and let us know if you've got any dilemmas that you want our advice on. But I'm going to open it up in relation to the first dilemma. And this is probably one of the hot topics of dilemmas and conversations, I think, currently at the moment with any mobile DJ in particular. And that is when you're turning up to a venue and you've got a Haze machine and you're told you can't use a Haze machine, or you have had consultations with the venues and they're going, no, you can't use Haze here. It is a bit of a dilemma. And like you mentioned at the start of the pod, I helped you with your event on Thursday. Mm-hmm. We were allowed to use Haze, but there was a lot of conversations, I believe, with you and the venue about the Haze and making sure that it was, not too much.
Yeah. They did sort of say, look, you're more than welcome to use it. It must be water-based Haze fluid, but there is a fire suppression system installed in the venue. Just don't go overkill. So I sent them a picture of the Haze fluid that I use in my Haze machine. And I confirmed it via email, and then I confirmed it on the day there as well that we're definitely allowed to use it. He said, yep. And he showed me where all the sensors were, which was great. So I knew exactly where they all were. And yeah, we was okay to use it. We just didn't go silly with it. We had enough to.
Oh, wow, you say that.
I don't think you overdid it.
Well, I
maybe once or twice.
Maybe,
but it didn't set off any alarms or anything.
No, and that's the thing. I think we got. I do. Look, we know that if you use too much Haze, it is going to set off smoke alarms, etc. I just think that venues need to be a little bit more cuter with all of this.
They probably don't know the difference between a smoke machine and a Haze machine, or even a CO2 machine, because you do the vertical CO2 machines and it just dissipates straight away. There's no haze, there's no smoke. It's just like a jet of CO2. I think the venues kind of need to be a little bit more educated on, the equipment that we use, like water-based haze, smoke, dry ice machines. I mean, a lot of venues will let dry ice use dry ice because it hugs the floor. Haze is a very fine mist that sort of like goes into the air, and the beams of light will cut through it, and you can still see everything. Whereas smoke's a lot denser, and it does tend to hang around in the air a lot longer than haze does. So
what happens with the dry ice stuff? Does that just disappear itself?
Yeah. So basically, with dry ice is obviously like it's freezing cold, and then you drop it into a hot bath of water. What happens with the Intor ice machine, which is a dry ice machine, you'll drop the dry ice, which are normally little pellets like that. You'll drop it into a bath of hot water, which is usually around about 40 degrees, something like that. And then what happens is obviously the dry ice melts, and it gets pushed out by a fan onto the thing. And then once it's sort of like drops in temperature, once it's out the bath, it just disappears.
All right. Okay.
Just goes.
Yeah, it's definitely a DJ's dilemma in the sense of how do we get around it, because when we're using haze, it makes the environment that we've created look so much better.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the effects that you can have on the lights. I mean, I'm kind of going off of using. I mean, the lights that we've got, they've got some lovely gobos on them. But when you're dancing on the dance floor, do you notice them gobos? Not really. But with a bit of haze, one of the gobos that we do use is the circle of all little circles. And then when those beams of light are cutting through the haze, that does look rather spectacular.
Yeah, it does look good.
It does look like a light tunnel, if you like. So
I feel like the sun is setting on these mountains behind me, and I just need to turn the light on because I'm gone and feel like I'm in complete darkness here.
There you are.
I don't know if that made any difference at all.
Yeah, a little bit. You look a lot browner.
Oh, right. Excellent. Yes. Well, yes. Yeah. Haze. Yes. Yeah. It's definitely a dilemma. It's definitely something that we need to be educating venues on, I think, a bit better.
I think also that the smoke detectors that these venues have now are so much more sophisticated than what they were sort of 10, 15 years ago. Because I mean, back 20 years ago, you used to be able to smoke in clubs and there were smoke detectors and all that, and they didn't affect it.
No.
But now, obviously, the fire detectors are a lot more advanced, so they pick up things like particles and things like that. So yeah, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one, but I think the best thing to do is just be open and honest with them, because with some venues, especially a school, if you was to do a school and you set off the fire alarms, they have to evacuate that building to a rendezvous point and do a head count and this, that, and the other. They have to do that. That is part of their duty of care to the children and whoever's in the building. You don't really want that alarm going off mid-set and losing your dance floor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, interesting. So as always, if you've got any DJ dilemmas, please drop them in. We'll talk about it. We'll give you a shout out as well. Actually, the people that we did shout out last week got in contact going, "Oh, thanks for the shout out."
Love that.
I'm not going to shout out their names again. They know who they are. And it becomes repetition then. We're shouting out the shout outs. What's the point in that? Shouting out the shout outs. What you got coming up this week then?
So this week I have just the one, which is a Leavers Do on Friday, which has got the selfie pod, disco for 2 hours, and then I'm going to my cousin's wedding at the weekend, Sunday, I think that is.
All your proms done?
Proms are all done. I know you love a prom, but yeah, proms are all done. But I have got a couple of leavers, like school leavers do's, like not proms, just at their school. So yeah, I've got a few more of them to do. Next week I'm out every single day next week.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a tiring week. Very tiring.
Yeah, and we've got to film this as well.
And we've got to film this as well. So yeah, we'll do it. We'll make it.
Absolutely.
We haven't missed an episode. We haven't missed an episode yet.
We haven't, and I'll still be out here.
Will we are? When did you come back? How long are you out there for?
10 days.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, for some.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's absolutely great.
I'm just waiting for an invite. I never get invited. I get invited around your house to build a windy house, but I don't get invited to Croatia.
Well, listen, I'm not one to start talking about our personal relationship, but the wife has invited you around for curry.
And to be fair, I nearly bit her hand off when she said that. She said, "You want to come out for a beer and a curry?" I was like, all over that, mate.
I'm pleased you said. I'm pleased you said hand. Bit of hand. Yeah. Anyway, I've got nothing. I'm not gigging this week. But as true fashioned of a DJ, you always carry your USB around with you.
Yeah, you got. How many we got with you? Just the one.
Yeah.
I only need one. Maybe do a little stream on the crazy golf behind you.
Do you think?
Yeah, why not?
I'm surprised the 6'1" son hasn't appeared with club in his hand. He normally does. But anyway. Yeah, I've got nothing. But yeah. So there's nothing for really me to talk about other than I'm just going to enjoy a bit of family time out here in Croatia, and yeah, hopefully come back with a nice, refreshed Matt Fletcher. There you go.
Love that.
That's the plan.
Matty F.
That's the plan. As always, thank you everyone for joining. I know this is a short one this week, but we're trying to think of more things to say next week. But trust me, the internet connections out in Croatia aren't the best, and I'm worried about that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for dialing in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support you've continued to show me and John on the podcast. We appreciate it. Trust me, we really, really do. So yeah, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Little teaser. So we have been donated, and I'm not going to tell you who's donated yet, but we have been donated some stuff, and we're going to have a little bit of a giveaway for the year-long episode, or the year-long. We've been going a year. Not a year long. You can't do a year long episode. It's the anniversary. We can't do a year long episode. That would just take forever. But yes, it's the anniversary episode.
It would take a year, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. But we've got some giveaways to give. But we'll give you some more details on that, and we'll also let you all know who are the people that have kindly donated to us for that. But yes. All good stuff.
Love it. Looking forward to it.
John, have a good week.
And you too. Enjoy yourself. Be safe.
I will. Yeah.
Enjoy your holiday with your family. Love
that. Thanks, mate.
No worries, man.
All good. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for liking. We are the Groove Junction. My name's DJ Matty F. And his name is DJ Jon Colley. And this is the Groove Junction. We'll see you. Say it, John. Same time.
Same
place. On all your podcast providers.
Yeah, you see, this is why you have to do it, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you throw these things in there and I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. Where am I going with this?
Yeah, so I got that feel. I got that look of in your eyes.
I'll sign off as normal because I know I can sign off as normal.
All right. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you same time, same place here on the Groove Junction. Have a safe week.
Be safe, be lucky.